We start this story with some weird-looking skull guy sighing. He puts up his fingers and locks on. Looks like he has a ring with some special gem on it. Now he commands someone named Hector. They are about to show the world their power, and we see this hulking undead with a red gem in his chest charge forward, ready to attack this mother of fingers undead from Elden Ring. But this other goth-looking guy commands the hands to use poison tongue in full bloom. Fingers start cuddling, and out comes this grotesque-looking tongue, and it slithers towards Hector. Now we are told that these commanding guys are magicians who use corpses to create their own knights and fight. These magicians are called necromancers, and the brutal yet beautiful display they put on is known as the greatest sport of this area. Scene shifts to the Colosseum. Hand and Hector are going at it, and the crowd is loving this. Now we see a child at the back of the audience, getting bewitched by this spectacle. Kid is amazed and thinks this is insane. And just like that, 17 years pass, and we get a look at this necromancer city. It really reminds me of something from Soul Eater. Now we see some buckets filled with water, a bunch of books, and someone doing a hand sign. It's that kid we saw 17 years ago. He is holding his hand over some weird crab corpse, and he starts the spell, in the name of Nos, Night. Overcome death and pledge eternal loyalty. Lacroix 2, Exrentra, Obive, and with that the gem and the crab. Man starts radiating, and with OM, it starts glowing crazy, and just like that, this crab man comes to life. But suddenly that red gem breaks, and this crab man dies. Kid is mad at yet another failure. But man, just look at his arm. Kid is MC, and he states that the density difference between the muscle and skeleton was perfect. The central nervous system reconstruction was good this time too, but it still didn't work, and MC is back to square one, which means scrubbing toilets. Kid is really scrubbing the shit out of this toilet. His master calls out to him, and his name is Yuzu. Master tells him that he missed a spot, and he needs to redo it. MC says okay, and his okay is far too casual. MC, now cleaning around, checks the record-breaking prize money, which will be given to this year's winner of the War of Corpses. The numbers of necromancers is very high, and one can become a specialist tutoring for necromancers. Now we see all these young necromancers training. Skull Teacher tells them to get louder, and tells us that the basics of being a necromancer lies in the fingertips, so they need to focus more and shout louder. Students are getting this weird education, while Yuzu is cleaning outside the class. Master keeps telling Yuzu to hurry up. MC does all the things, including cleaning and delivery. MC keeps hustling and running everywhere, while remembering that a harpy's talons are as hard as steel. MC is checking his notes and tells us that harpy's talons are strong because they are not simply made of keratin, and they are a structure composed of actual metallic proteins. We learning some anatomy with this manhwa. MC checks his notes and realizes that he needs to connect the nerves by linking them with muscles. First, he needs to connect the base of the talon with the upper arm muscles. MC hears someone calling his name, so he looks back. Bam, he is hit on the face and is sent flying. It was a punch from this other corpse which is being controlled by this bastard who reminds Yuzu to nicely get out of this city. This generic bitch calls MC a trash bastard. Now some other black skull guy appears and asks if that trash is MC. Now we are told that MC was born in a garbage dump and raised on garbage, and he is a disgusting piece of garbage. Yuzu gets up after taking that hit. His locket is really reminding me of Emil from Nier Automata. Black Skull asks, how can a person live off garbage? Other a-hole states that MC's dad was the same kind of trash, so he must have taken after him. Yuzu's dad was a real piece of work, not even human, just pure garbage. Bastard necromancer is disgusted just by looking at MC, and he wishes Yuzu would just disappear. He doesn't understand why this garbage is still in the city. MC has had it and tells them to fuck off. He's not a trash, no matter how he was born or how he was raised. The only one who gets to decide the kind of person he becomes is himself. Hearing this, that a-hole gets annoyed. Now this brown eyes fuck gets close to MC and asks if MC thought he could become a necromancer. Everyone would finally accept him? And he smacks Yuzu using his corpse again. This bastard now orders his corpse to pound MC and states that Yuzu doesn't even have a knight. He talks big for someone who hasn't been able to move one corpse in 10 years. And he tells MC to stop stinking up the place with his fucking garbage smell, and he needs to get out of this city, because the next time they meet, he's going to turn MC into actual garbage. Yuzu is super mad, but suddenly remembers that no matter how one is born or raised, the only one who can decide what kind of a person they become is themselves. MC remembers that the first person to say those words was the necromancer Raphael. He came from a poor slum, an orphan with nothing. He entered the war of corpses alone and achieved an unprecedented record of 6 wins and became the most famous ultimate human in the entire world. And our MC wanted to be like him. Even just once in life, MC dreamed of becoming the best, being acknowledged by everyone, receiving applause from the whole world, but others kept mocking him, asking if this piece of trash could actually do it, and Yuzu just kept losing it. He couldn't do it. Scene shifts, and we are at the necromancer material shop. MC is looking for some stuff. MC thinks the quality is terrible today. There's nothing usable, but suddenly he notices something, and he looks to the side, and there's a muscle mommy corpse sitting in the corner. Yuzu asks, "What's that?" Shop owner tells him that those are just scraps for disposal. MC asks if that's human-shaped material too. Shop owner tells him yes. That one is a bit special. It was put on the market a year ago and has been sold 13 times so far, but no one could get this thick corpse to move, so it was returned every time. MC now tells us that failed materials usually harden like stone and break. So how is it still intact? Owner tells him that it didn't move at all, whatsoever. It happens sometimes, a few times every few years, these defective ones. Owner asks if MC is interested, since they're going to throw it away anyway. He was thinking of selling it super cheap on the condition that it can't be returned. Yuzu thinks about it and realizes something on seeing the corpse. Her hand is very strange. It's like she was boxing. Owner asks, isn't it unique? But he can't tell MC the details because of regulations. But he heard this corpse was a very famous mercenary in her lifetime, and it was said that she could smash anything with a single punch. So one punch woman. But no knight is just a tool, without thought or ego. So, who she was doesn't really matter. MC thinks about what to do and states that he doesn't need it. A defective product that failed 13 times is too big of a risk. Owner is like he understands and states that trash is just trash after all. But MC is shocked to hear this. Owner leaves, but Yuzu keeps staring at the corpse. Scene shifts, and we see a trolley moving. MC bought it. He used every last bit of his remaining money. He doesn't even have money for food tomorrow, let alone next week's rent. MC thought this might be the end. He really thought that chances of success almost didn't exist. But still, for some reason, Yuzu kept working on this corpse. He wanted to try with this one. I mean, that arm doesn't look great, but still she looks thick. Yuzu remembers others calling him a trash. But screw that. No matter what anyone says, this duo can do it. They'll become the best together. MC readies his hand sign, and he is ready to become the best and receive applause from the whole world. This necromancer is locked in. After he casts the spell, we see a small blast coming from this small house. Now with this flowing, gorgeous gray color hair, this beautiful corpse wakes up. MC is exhausted, but wonders if this success. But he is shocked to hear the corpse speak. Corpse opens her beautiful red ruby eyes. Now staring at MC, she asks, "What are you?" MC gets scared on seeing this. Yuzu screams and falls back. Seeing him, the corpse screams as well. They are both just screaming at each other. MC now grabs a cleaver and points it at her. Super scared, he asks, "How can a corpse talk?" Corpse locks onto the cleaver. She gets angry, and that gem in her undead boobs start glowing crazy, and her right arm gets all red Hulk-like. MC is about to say something, but the punch is already coming for him, and bam, it launches MC and light out the window. We start the next chapter with being told about a necromancer, and this creepy fuck is asking if we want to become a necromancer. And hell yeah? Oh wait, this creepy guy was talking to Yuzu, and he tells him to snap out of it. His mother was a trash, the kind that ruined his life, and so a trash's son can only be trash, no matter how hard he struggles. MC will always be trash, and this piece of trash will never be acknowledged by anyone. And bam, MC wakes up from this weird dream, and he is not sure what's going on. MC now remembers that it was a dream, the same dream he always has. Now he remembers that there's no way a corpse can talk. But the corpse tells him to consider himself lucky. Her right leg wasn't working, so the punch missed. Seeing the corpse talking, MC starts screaming again. But the undead girl is like, "Shut up." She can't stand the noise, and tells MC to be quiet. Now we see that Yuzu has been tied to a chair, and he slams onto the floor. MC notices that his arms are tied and asks WTF is she up to? Corpse is like, what? Can we just call her waifu? Waifu is like she should be the one asking that. And she orders Yuzu to explain what he did to her body, because her next punch won't miss. MC is scared and confused. He looks back to see the destruction from her punch, and holy crap, she be strong. MC can't believe the destruction he is looking at. Scene shifts, and MC tells her that he is a necromancer. Waifu now confirms that Yuzu isn't some crazy perverted psycho. LOL. MC is like, of course not. What gave her this idea? Corpse now states that this place kinda weird. Now she realizes that she really did die back then. But screw that. She thanks MC for reviving her and tells him that they should meet again. MC is shocked and asks if she's just going to leave like that. Yuzu reminds her that she can't move her left arm and right leg, which aren't originally part of her body. So MC now makes the hand sign and states that as a necromancer, he has to move them. And so they move, which means that no matter how strong this corpse waifu is, in this state she'll need his help. Waifu is annoyed to hear the word help and grabs the cleaver. Yuzu gets confused and scared. Oh man, she looks so badass. MC can't believe it. This undead knight starts slicing herself. She cut off that weird leg and tells us that she is Eleonora. Nice name. The strongest and the prettiest warrior in the world. Dude, she is aura itself, now standing on one strong leg. She states that whether she has limbs or not, she doesn't need his help, or anyone else's. And with that, waifu starts jumping to the side, but MC is like what to do. He thinks for a second and tells the undead waifu that he'll hire her. Waifu is like, what? All gangster like MC now states that he heard she fought for money as a mercenary in her lifetime. And since she sold her corpse after death, it seems like she needs money pretty badly. And so MC wants to hire her to fight with him. Waifu is interested in MC, and he is right. As long as it pays good. She doesn't care who she kills, or what kind of fight she is in. She never refuses. Waifu now claws the wall and states that she has a debt she absolutely must repay. Much more than MC could ever imagine. Yuzu locks on and tells her 80 billion gold. Waifu is shocked to hear this. MC asks if that would be enough to pay off her debt. Corpse thinks so, but asks if he even has that kind of money. MC asks her if she even knows how much prize money is for this year's corpse war. Yuzu opens up the ad and tells us that it's 100 billion gold. Waifu can't believe it's that high. MC now tells her that it's the most famous sport in the whole world right now. Waifu states that she had no talent for necromancy, so she didn't even bother looking at things that had no meaning to her. Now, since she is a type of a corpse knight, MC asks if she is interested. It'll be easy to enter the competition as long as they hide the fact that she is alive. And if they fight together, winning won't be difficult. If they do that, they'll be applauded by the whole world. And that's what Yuzu wants. But waifu doesn't give a fuck about fame and asks if MC is giving her 80%. MC is like, yeah, that's a really generous share. But this corpse knight wants 95%. MC is like, no, considering the cost of materials and other expenses, so he suggests 85%, but waifu is not budging from 95. MC thinks and suggests 91. MC goes to 92%, but no, she still wants 95. MC gets angry and is like, fine, take 95%. Waifu now puts salt on the open wound and tells him not to feel bad about his loss. After all, she knows how to bargain. Waifu now smirks at MC and Yuzu smirks back. Scene shifts and we are outside. MC now asks how's walking. He replaced her leg. And man, look at her mask. It looks so cool. Knight tells the idiot to slow down. He's going a little fast. MC tells her that it isn't easy controlling her limbs. Waifu now asks what's with this awesome weird mask. Yuzu tells her that it's the rules when using human-shaped materials. They have to cover 80% of the face, so no one can identify them. MC reminds her that she absolutely can't let anyone know she is alive. It'll be far easier for her this way, but her face is too precious to her. MC reminds her to be careful about her words outside too. Knights usually just walk around. But suddenly someone calls out to Yuzu, and they remind MC if he forgot what he said. Waifu looks back, all confused. It's that bastard from before. And he reminds MC that he's going to turn him into waste now. Corpse waifu is pissed and asks what's that. MC tells her that he'll handle it. She doesn't need to interfere. Now this bastard asks if that's a knight, pointing at the tall waifu. and tells Yuzu that he finally succeeded after struggling for 10 years. But it's so ugly and looks like trash just like him. Waifu is not happy to hear this. And man, that mask looks super cool. Bastard keeps talking and states that it would be fun to watch Waifu get crushed in the competition, so he'll let MC go, but suddenly he hears someone calling him a piece of skin tag. Bastard looks back all pissed. MC keeps reminding the corpse to be quiet, but Waifu is now getting annoyed by Yuzu. LOL. Bastard now asks if MC just said that. Yuzu again thinks for a second. MC is like, yeah, you got a problem with that skin tag? Bastard gets mad and using his hand sign, he commands his knight to kill Yuzu. And Eleonora starts charging her one punch. Her arm is all red now, and she tells MC to support her right foot properly. And Yuzu readies the hand sign. Now this red She-Hulk charges forward, and both knights are about to punch each other. We start the next chapter with being told a bit more about this bastard, and her name is Kalina. She was a person with a fair amount of talent compared to others. She achieved moderate results with moderate effort and climbed on top. She mocked others because she could do all that with just a little effort, but they can't. Even if they try, she used her own achievements to look down on the efforts of others and boost her own self-esteem. That was the greatest joy of her life. In that sense, a man who, despite being a piece of trash, tried his hardest, but he was always beneath her, and he was the best prey and plaything. And we are back. And Kalina is shocked to see the flying parts of her knight. Eleonora straight up one-punched the absolute living shit out of this undead. Man, such a cool panel. Kalina and that other necromancer can't believe what they just saw. They can't believe it took one hit. There's not even a trace left of Kalina's knight. She can't believe she lost to a guy. Like Yuzu, MC is like, what? Acting all tough, he asks if she got a problem. Kalina is pissed and scared on seeing Eleonora, and they walk past her. Yuzu smirks on defeating that bully. Scene shifts, and we see these beautiful buildings, and MC yells that they were lucky, but it was dangerous. Fighting outside the competition is strictly prohibited. What if your identity was revealed, he asks Waifu. So what? Eleonora replies. And with a death stare she asks if MC is ordering her around now. Man, I am seriously enjoying this. Weird dynamic between these two. MC goes silent, all scared of her. MC now tells her that it's not an order, but a request. She might be the best in a fight, but he is more of an expert when it comes to the war of corpses. And didn't she say she wanted to repay a debt? So they should avoid unnecessary risks. Waifu is like, fine, I'll try. Yuzu knows he can't win in a fight with her, so he uses logic to convince her to behave. So what's next? Waifu asks. MC tells her that they need to go and register as a player, and she will be tested on a few basic things. Yuzu now asks, you can do it, right? Scene shifts, and we are at this registration desk. With these weird fucks testing Eleonora, Waifu is walking very much like a robot. Testers ask if she can run. MC does his hand sign. And we see this RoboCop undead trying to run one leg at a time. Testers are watching her carefully. They conclude that it's a bit sloppy, but it seems like she can do the basics, and they need players to fill out the bottom ranks too, so they pass. Yuzu and his weird locket are happy. He got a new drip, looks cool. Seeing him like this, Eleonora states that he seems happy, and of course he is. It took him 17 years to wear this uniform. Waifu, all sarcastic, is like, how touching. She could cry, and asks when is he going to get her stride right. If he's going to keep moving her so clumsily, she is going to cut the leg off and fight on one of something. MC is like, no way. She might be able to pull it off against humans. But knights are monsters that far surpass human standards. That's why she'd never win with one leg. Waifu now yells at MC to get it right then. He's always off. Yuzu screams that it's not his body. So how can he be perfectly in sync? And asks if she's even trying to move in sync with him. Waifu shouts, why should she? He should be matching with her, because she is Eleonora. But suddenly we hear the announcement that the opening ceremony will begin shortly. All players are told to enter the arena. MC now tells the thick, undead Waifu that they'll talk about this later, and he tells him to put on this cloak. Players need to cover the knights for security reasons when entering. Waifu is like, whatever. Scene shifts, and we see all the players entering the arena, and this eyeball knight is creeping up on Eleonora, and it walks past MC. But Yuzu ignores it. Our duo is number 7058, and they are at the spot. Waifu tells Yuzu to look behind. There's a weird guy behind them, and something is coming out of his mouth. What is that? Waifu utters. Man, seriously, someone 3D print me that. Mask, MC tells her to stop making a fuss and look ahead. If she causes a scene here, they'll really be screwed. Announcer now tells us that names are eternal. And although the human body is frail, names are remembered forever. Some are remembered for a few years or decades, but some for hundreds, thousands of years. Their names will be spoken, and they will live on eternally. Announcer hopes that in this war or corpses, such a person will emerge. He truly hopes so. This guy looks right out of Bloodborne, right? Now then, to all the players here, Announcer asks these 8,304 great necromancers if they are ready to fight in this brutal battlefield. Everyone shouts yes. This awesome-looking announcer now asks if they are ready to dedicate their hearts and make the world eternally remember their victory. Yuzu and every necromancer shouts yes. And so, the 145th War of Corpses begin, and everyone is ready to do this. Announcer now tells everyone to be silent. He is going to explain the important first preliminary round. They want new players to be easily exposed to the audience in the first round, and they plan to eliminate about 20% of the players, and the method to do that is random matching. First necromancer to 2 wins passes. First to 4 losses is eliminated. Every necromancer understands the rules, and with that the first round begins. The first match would be between our duo and the giant player standing behind them. MC is shocked to hear this. Seeing Yuzu and Eleonora, this giant knight player thinks that they are lucky to have a cute young thing like MC as their first opponent. This ugly-fugly duo is about to show us the ultimate beauty they created. MC just stares at this weird pig. Pig knows this look. MC also thinks he is ugly and disgusting. Pig starts screaming that they're all the same. But when they see the ultimate beauty he created, they'll acknowledge. MC tries to avoid this commotion and states that he was just looking at his knight. It's quite well made. Now we get a look at this frog knight. Even though its head is large, the muscles and skeleton around the neck are supporting it well, and looking at the mouth area, he's thickened the muscle fibers to compensate for the weak skeletal muscles typical of amphibians. But still, I'll be the one to win, MC utters and puts his hand forward because he wants to have a good match. Pig is shocked to see the hand, and they do a handshake. Pig states that this is the first time someone has offered him a handshake. Yuzu didn't seem to care about his face at all, and that kid is also pretty cute. OMG, this pig is hideous. I'm not sure if it's male or female. Even the frog corpse is happy, and so the pig and frog are ready to show them the ultimate beauty they created. And now he laughs weirdly. Scene shifts and the preliminary round has started, and we are told that the War of Corpses goes through 3 preliminary rounds, through which a total of 1,000 players will be selected to advance to the main round. Yuzu now tells us that the rules for these preliminaries change every time, so it's hard to prepare. But first to 2 win is a pretty easy format, and this, MC, shows us something. Waifu asks what's that, and it's a communication magic device. Looks like something from Skullcandy. MC modified the appearance a bit. Now it's more like an earring. MC tells Waifu if she wears this on her ear, they can communicate within 300 meters. It is designed to transmit every kind of sound at a consistent volume, so that only the wearers can hear. Waifu is impressed. MC now tells us that it has a special feature that uses resonance magic to transmit. Eleonora puts on the Skullcandy earring and asks the idiot if he can hear her. MC is outside the room and tells her that he can hear her, and tells her not to do anything weird. Yuzu sold half of his furniture and materials to buy this, and tells her to not lose it. Muscle Mommy now asks, isn't necromancy a big thing? Wouldn't they check for this kind of stuff? Yuzu tells her that the competition values the individuality of necromancers, so accessories are generally allowed. However, it's made so that the inside and outside of the arena are blocked by a powerful magic circle that prevents communication magic. MC now points out that they are not communicating with anyone outside. Eleonora is very impressed. So are you ready? MC asks, and Waifu smirks. Man, the contrast between their red and blue eye is so cool. Scene shifts, and we are in the arena. Match is about to start. So the referee tells Yuzu to go up to the stage. MC is ready for his big chance, and climbs the stairs. Yuzu is now standing on the stage and Eleonora is in the arena. MC now thinks that it is expected since it's the preliminaries for unknown players, so no audience is present. Referee confirms the readiness of both players. And so the match between Wong and Yuzu for preliminary round. MC thinks that the fight doesn't matter and he readies the hand sign. And with that the match begins. Our young necromancer is ready to start. Eleonora charges and MC shouts that it's time to show the world their power, but waifu slips and falls. Yuzu is worried and Wong is confused. Muscle Mommy reminds MC to move one beat slower. MC tells her that he moved slow. She moved way too fast. Waifu finds it frustrating, so she's just going to go with her own style and tells MC to try and keep up. She squats down ready to charge and dashes at that undead frog, but the frog leaps over waifu. Eleonora drifts backwards thinking that this frog is huge, yet it jumps so damn high. Yuzu reminds Eleonora that the key to winning is to destroy the opponent's knight's heart, which looks like a red bead, and to protect her heart, they have a strong one-punch attack in close combat. But they have very few defensive options, so first they need to analyze the opponent's attack and techniques, but states that wasting time will only give the opponent time to strategize, and it'll be disadvantageous for them because they can't even run properly, so she'll start by closing the distance. But frog keeps jumping everywhere. Eleonora tries to punch this undead frog, but it jumps. Waifu is getting annoyed. MC is getting worried because Eleonora has no intention of coordinating with him. She keeps on closing in with only one functional arm and leg, so she's slow and too predictable. More importantly, they don't know that frog's attack technique. And why does it keep running away? But suddenly MC realizes something. Warning for trypophobia. This frog is built like the Suriname toad, with things like eggs on its back. There is clearly something inside them because they are shaking. Yuzu gets worried. Wong on the other stage starts laughing, asking if that's all they got. And he states that sometimes there are strong players hiding among unfamiliar faces. So he slowly scouted out MC, but it seems it wasn't worth it. And so he's going to end the match right away, and he tells them to be amazed. Again, warning for trypophobia. One of the egg pops, and a fully formed face comes out. This is the ultimate beauty Wong created. That's creepy AF, right? Waifu stares at the face and asks, isn't 80% of the face must be covered? Yuzu informs her that's not a normal face. Wong now tells us that this weird face is the culmination of beauty that he created over his entire life, researching the most perfect and ideal proportions, his ultimate beauty. Wong now tells us that it's not the face of anyone in this world, so there's no need to cover it. Now, witness the beauty before it, he utters. Now all Daedara like he commands the face to explode, the face stars swelling up. Yuzu notices this and quickly tells Waifu to dodge the explosion. But he's late, and this pimple tadpole face bullet is launched at Eleonora. Waifu can't evade it, and kaboom! Like a green smelly fart, it hits. We start the next chapter with this tadpole blast hitting Eleonora. Man, the color looks good, and her left arm is destroyed, and she is pushed back. Yuzu asks if she is okay. Waifu asks if he blocked it. And yes, he sacrificed one arm. If she is hit again, it'll be critical, so she needs to be careful. Waifu noticed that face was moving, so she asks if Wong can control it. Yuzu tells her that a body part separated from a knight's body can't be controlled, and it can only stay alive for a very short time. So the trajectory of the bomb will always be a straight line. And it seems that the explosive was made by mixing the enzyme decomposition of poisonous amphibians, the type that only explodes at a large sudden impact. Eleonora realizes, which means that. But before she could say anything, Toad fires another face missile. But Waifu is able to dodge by the width of her hair. And all she has to do now is to dodge these straight attacks. Eleonora is getting excited. It's been a while since she felt this kind of thrill. She's ready to properly fight. But another tadpole missile is already coming for her. And kaboom! Another jade blast. And Waifu is again sent twirling. Blasts keep going off in the arena one after the other. Wong keeps laughing and asks, how can a knight fight that can't even walk properly? How long are they planning on running away? They should be amazed by the beauty he created and fall. Now he commands the toad to jump, and it does, and rapid fires more face missiles. But Waifu easily dodges it. But there's another one coming right at her. Yuzu bends Eleonora's dead leg and manages to slide her to safety. Now he yells at her that they are at the limit like this. If she can't properly run, they can't win. MC has been analyzing that their strides don't match, and the biggest problem is their lack of trust for her. That right leg is a part that exists but doesn't so it's only natural that she is conscious of leaning towards that side. That's why the overall balance collapses every time she takes a step. To run properly, she needs to trust MC and not pay any attention to her right leg. If she can just take one step like that, it would work, but waifu is not very trusting and asks what is she supposed to trust. The one fighting on the battlefield isn't him. He's just comfortably flicking his fingers. It's her in the arena. Muscle Mommy charges forward and states that she doesn't trust comrades who don't risk their lives with her. Yuzu gets speechless, but the explosions are not stopping, and waifu keeps getting blown everywhere and sliding all over the arena. Eleonora's mask has started to break, and MC tells her that this is his last chance too. Born as a garbage dump that everyone loathes. Yuzu lived his life as the son of trash, constantly looked down upon his so-called father. He lived his entire life getting ignored. No one would understand how miserable it was to know that every part of him is nothing but useless trash in this world. Yuzu now remembers his creepy, I guess, dad figure from his dream. MC can't live if he doesn't prove to that man who looked down on him and to the world that he has to become the best and prove that they were all wrong, or else he has no reason to live. Man, the imagery is intense. Yuzu clenches his fists and blood comes out. Meeting her was the last chance he was given. He won't ask her to trust him, but trust his desperation. Eleonora gets interested. And I still want this mask. She is ready to trust him. But suddenly she notices another face missile coming for her. It explodes, but waifu already ran away from it, using that dead leg. And she gets faster. Yuzu gets happy seeing her run. It means she trusts him now. Waifu tells him not to get the wrong idea. She doesn't give a fuck about his past, whether it's real or not. MC asks then. Waifu explained that he saved her twice earlier, right? So, she's just betting on the fact that he'll save her again. But running is still not perfect. MC is like, the reason doesn't matter. Even if they can run like that, it'll be much easier to dodge. Trypophobia warning again. MC states that there are less than half of the bombs left, and without bombs, that thing is just a big toad. So they should move quickly. Now somewhat in sync, Eleonora starts dodging and evading the bombs. Muscle Mommy is in the zone. Only 6 bombs left, and Wung is getting worried. A few more explode, and only 3 left. 2 more explode, and only 1 left. Final face missile launches, but Eleonora easily evades it. Yuzu informs her that all the bombs are gone. Muscle Mommy is approaching the toad and charging her one punch. Her arm is overflowing with muscles, but the toad jumps to evade the coming attack. Yuzu quickly turns Eleonora's dead leg, and they dash after the toad. This time it's going to be different from before. Waifu is going full Red She-Hulk, but suddenly she is shocked to see more face appear on the toad's back. Wung laughs and tells them that they underestimated him. This bastard hid 10 spare bombs inside the toad just in case. So now he launches all of them at waifu at point-blank range, claiming that it's his victory. Like and subscribe for more.